All right, so I know this is controversial advice, especially in today's age where everyone tells you to go to college and get a good job. But honestly, I'm going to tell you the opposite, and let me explain why. Specifically, this is for, 18, 19-year-olds, you're just getting out of high school. I don't think you should go straight to college. I'm not saying to never go to college, but I don't think you should just go straight in. I think the whole concept of a gap year is actually a good idea with the caveat that you shouldn't just use your gap year traveling around Europe or some frivolous shit like that because well, I mean, unless you have rich parents or something, and then you can do it. You can do whatever you want if you're in that situation. But for the average 18-year-old kid who's just got out of high school, in my opinion, what you should do is you should immediately go and get the shittiest fucking job that you can find. Like, the most dog shit concentration camp level job that sucks the soul out of you. You should just go get a job at Wendy's for like a year working at a cash register, or go get a job washing dishes or washing cars. I I did that while I was in college, and I got to tell you, I wish I would have done it right when I got out of high school. I wish I would have done it at 18, because what'll happen is you'll be able to save up a little bit of money. And what you should do with that money is you should just save it. Don't buy a bunch of retarded shit. Just save it up. Preferably even put it in some investments. Buy a little bit of crypto, not too much. Like only put, I don't know, like 10% of it in something risky like crypto, but put the rest in like a savings account or an index fund or something very conservative and safe like that. And just let it sit there while you're doing the shitty job. When you do the shitty job, you are going to very quickly realize that life sucks ass and you want to kill yourself. But don't kill yourself yet, because there's light at the end of the tunnel here. What you want to do instead of killing yourself is you're going to start to realize that all this work that sucks the soul out of you, it's so god awful and hellish and miserable that you're going to become a cheap ass, basically. If you're doing this process correctly and you're really reflecting on things, it should make you cheaper. You might go in the opposite direction and just spend all your money on booze and try to party and forget about how bad your life sucks, but don't do that. Focus on how bad life sucks. Just do it for like 6 months to a year when you're 18. I'm serious. Focus on how bad life sucks and save all your money. And then when you're 19, after you've done this for like 6 months to a year or something like that, and you completely get the message, well, then you've got two things going for you. You're still young enough to just go and start college, but you also have a little bit of cash saved up. You could do it for longer if you wanted to get a bunch of cash saved up, but it'll also give you time to like really try to think. I mean, optimally, you could do this strategy until you're like 20, maybe even 22. Just work a series of shitty jobs and save. And what's going to happen is you're going to have this cash saved up, and then you're going to actually be mature enough and ready, and you'll have had time to think about what you wanted to do in college. Whereas if you make the mistake I did, and what a lot of people do, is you go straight into college from high school and you immediately just start partying and you fuck up your grades and you have no idea what you want to do in college. And college is a very expensive place to be figuring out what you want to do. Ideally, you can just figure out what you want to do for free or get paid to sit there in a dead-end job while you sit there and think about what you want to do. Now, sure, if you already know for a fact that you're a 4.0 student and you have what it takes to be a doctor and you want to be a doctor, go be a doctor right out of, like, go start your degree right out of school. But most people are not going to be like that. and these really competitive fields are not what they used to be, like doctor and lawyer. It's really not what it used to be. So I think you should basically just give yourself a little bit of time to grow up. And the other thing is, like, if you have a little bit of cash saved up by the time you start college, even if you start college like 1 to 2 years late, you're just going to be in so much better of a position. A, you're going to enjoy it more because you're going to realize how bad life sucks if you choose a dead-end career path. And B, you're going to have actual money saved up so you can enjoy yourself a little bit while you're in college and buy food and go on dates and like actually have a decent social life and such. Or spend it on, you could, hell, if you don't want to go to college at all, maybe you figure out that you don't want to go to college at all after the 2 years of working a shitty dead-end job. Maybe you find out that you'd rather go to trade school and become a plumber or something, or an electrician. Or maybe you decide that you want to do something where you just get like a certification. Or maybe you decide you just want to try to start your own business. Well, now you at least have some startup funds to do that. Or you want to get really into investing and day trading or something, which is, honestly, if you have the smarts for it and you can study up on technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and economics on your own, you know, there's no rule that says that you have to have a finance degree or an economics degree to be a day trader or an investor or anything. You really don't need that. And that, I mean, like, if you have the fortitude, the mental fortitude for it, it's not a bad way to go. And you'll at least have some fooling around money from your shitty dead-end job. I mean, shit, just do, if you don't even want to, like, go work, if you don't even want to go work a bunch at like Wendy's or something, you can just do DoorDash for a while. And you'll quickly realize that, you know, the little bit of money that you get from it, like, it's kind of cliche to say, but you'll realize the value of $1 only if you've worked really shitty jobs. I'm sorry, but like a lot of these people who come from like a middle or upper middle class background and they just go straight into college and they take out student loans or whatever, they never learn the value of stuff until it's like way too late and they have a shitload of debt. And they don't realize, like, hey, $30,000 of student debt is actually kind of a lot of money, and that sucks to be shackled with that if you aren't even sure that you picked the right career path. I mean, don't just, especially now, like, if you see what's happening, even the secure career fields are going to utter shit right now. We used to say that, like, oh, tech, go get a tech degree, make like 70 to 80K straight out of college. That doesn't really happen anymore. And it only happens to super lucky people. So just be mindful. And yeah, take a gap year, but don't do the rich white girl gap year where you just go fuck around in Europe and blow a bunch of random Italian dudes. Go and work a shitty ass job so that way you can realize how bad life sucks if you don't take it seriously. That's my advice. None of this is official financial advice. That's just a disclaimer I have to say. But, you know, do whatever you want, but I really think this is the wisest path. But yeah, basically just food for thought. It's, even if you still want to go straight into college and you know exactly what you want to do, that's perfectly fine. But I think it's just something to consider. Anyway, till next time, guys. See ya.